What's up YouTube, it's Onion Bomb here, and welcome back to another Avatar The Last Airbender reaction video. Today we're moving on to episode 11. Last time we met Jet and his freedom fighters, and they turned out to be not the best people. Just like Katara and Sokka, they lost people due to the Fire Nation. I think Jet lost his whole family. I know Katara and Sokka lost their mother, and their dad's like away at war now. But yeah, a lot of other people, like, they're just kind of a group of rebels that are going against the Fire Nation. But it took things a bit too far, like harassing an old guy who didn't have anything to do really with the Fire Nation. I mean, he was part of the Fire Nation, but he wasn't like doing anything wrong. He was just like a civilian. And they were harassing him, and then they wanted to destroy this dam to just flood the Fire Nation like town, and they're killing all like the women, children, the fathers, all that. So yeah, but thankfully they were stopped, and now they're on the move again. So what will be in store next on the journey to the North Pole? Oh, Katara also uses cool, like, ice breath, like, almost, like, she froze the water she bended. I found that really cool ability. I wonder if Aang could do that ever. I wonder how much more, like, waterbenders can dip into the ice, because it is just frozen water. They could just bend ice, not necessarily be like an ice bender, but I don't know. We'll see, but more importantly, we'll see what happens next in this next episode of Avatar The Last Airbender. Pitching a tent.
Aren't you forgetting the tarp?
This is intense.
Sokka.
That tarp makes a pretty warm blanket.
But what if it does rain?
What if it doesn't? Then I would have put the tarp up for nothing.
About gathering the firewood, because that kindling's looking pretty sorry.
Well, if you don't like my firewood...
Oh.
Fine by me, if you're not gonna do your job.
Oh, is this gonna be a sibling beef episode?
Why don't you just switch jobs?
Sounds good.
Whatever.
You see that? Settling feuds and making peace. All in a day's work for the Avatar. Great divide.
Wow. I could just stare at it forever.
Okay, I've seen enough.
How can you not be fascinated, Sokka?
Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first.
Ooh, canyon guide. Sounds informative.
Believe
that
me,
guy
he's
come
more than a
from?
tour guide. He's an earthbender, and the only way in and out of the canyon is with his help. And he's taken my tribe across next. You wouldn't be calm if the Fire Nation destroyed your home and forced you to flee. My whole tribe has to walk thousands of miles to the capital city of Ba Sing Se.
Is that your tribe?
It most certainly is not. That's the Zhang tribe, a bunch of low-life thieves, been the enemies of my tribe for 100 years.
Is Aang gonna resolve this
I'm
beef?
saving a spot for my tribe, so don't even think of stealing it.
Oh, Earthbenders.
My party's on their way.
I can't guide people who aren't here.
Guess you guys will have to make the trip tomorrow.
Wait, here they come.
They're gonna cave into these spoiled Ganjins? I mean, we're refugees too. And we've got sick people that need shelter.
Well,
We've got old people who are weary from traveling.
You Zhangs wouldn't have so many sick people if you weren't such slobs.
Oh.
If you Ganjins weren't so clean, maybe you wouldn't live to be so old.
I could smell your
Well, Aang,
stink a mile.
ready to put your peacemakers up? This is the Avatar, and if you give him a chance, I'm sure he can come up with a compromise
I
that will
don't
make
know if we should
everyone
just be
happy.
announcing that.
And travel together?
Absolutely not. We'd rather be taken by the Fire
That's
Nation
what I was
than
gonna
travel
say.
with those stinking thieves.
We wouldn't travel with you pompous fools anyway.
So now this is just being petty. Oh,
You're all going down together, and Appa here will fly your sick and elderly across.
dang. Putting his foot down.
no food allowed in the canyon. It
What?
attracts dangerous predators. Ridiculous. Oh, you babies can go a day without food.
A day?
Would you rather be hungry or dead? Be in your gut or in the garbage?
I would just eat and eat and eat all the food I could on my person, so I'd not be hungry. Man, I had a day though. Jeez. Oh. Oh.
Nice cleansing.
Oh, not good.
Guess the spirits are still angry. Hope you all brought sacrifices.
What? What? Oh, why is he doing that?
People are fleeing the Fire Nation, aren't they? Gotta make sure we can't be followed.
Guess
We'll
so.
be safe now.
Oh! Big spider. Big spider. What the heck is that?
We gotta help him!
That's like a crocodile alien head. What the heck? Who brought the food? Oh.
Canyon crawler. Oh.
Canyon crawl.
And they're
Arms. They're broken.
What?
without my arms. I got no bending.
Aang's gonna have to learn earthbending sooner. Man, I barely even saw him get hit. He really broke both of his
I
arms.
thought the whole...
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here even after the guide told them not to.
What? If there's anyone who can't go without food for a day, it's you pampered Gonjins.
I hope you're happy. We're stuck in this canyon with no way out.
I'm not walking another step with the likes of them.
Oh my.
Now, there's something we can agree on.
We need to get out of this canyon. I won't die down here. I won't become part of the food chain.
We should split up. Ganjin's on this side and Zhang's on that side. We'll travel in 2 separate lines. Sokka, you go with the Zhangs, and Katara, you go with the Ganjins. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
So, you guys aren't gonna put up your tarps?
What for? It's the dry season.
Exactly!
Besides, we like to use the tarp as a blanket.
Oh, rain?
No, but you can never be too careful, right?
He has food. They do it. They brought food. They both brought
Be careful.
food.
Why should my people go hungry when the sneaky Zhangs are stuffing their faces?
I guess it's okay if everyone's doing it.
The quote
Why
your
does
mother's
tribe
told
hate
you:
Zhang
if
so
everyone
much?
jumped off a
You seem like a
bridge, would
smart
you
girl,
do it?
Katara. From the Great Eastern Gate to the Great Western Gate, Jinwei was attacked by one of the Zhang,
Oh.
a vermin named Wei Jin, who looked at the orb with envy. That coward Wei Jin knocked Jinwei to the ground and stole our sacred orb.
That's
Never
the
forgot.
beef. They
Would
did
I?
both take food.
I know
I think the
the
meat
Ganjin
would
think so
attract more
badly
than
of us.
bread.
They probably...
Oh, is their story gonna be different?
It was a man of the Ganjin tribe, Jin Wei, collapsed on the ground, tried to tend to the man's wounds, but Jin Wei insisted the orb was more important and asked him to take it back to his tribe. Crossed the border to return the orb into Ganjin territory. He was arrested
Oh.
to 20 long years in prison.
Ooh.
We Zhangs will never forget that injustice.
That's just terrible.
Oh.
Nah, I'll wait for the lychee nuts.
I don't think so, Aang. The Zhangs really wronged the Ganjins. They ambushed Jinwei and stole the sacred orb.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Katara, what are you talking about? Wei Jin didn't steal the orb. He was returning it to their village gate and was wrongfully punished by the Ganjin.
Not punished enough, if you ask me.
Okay, I
Oh,
get it.
no.
Now I need your help. Let's get everyone together at the base of the canyon wall.
The Zhang can climb the wall with their long, disgusting fingernails.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that to the Ganjin, unclipped fingernails is a crime punishable by 20 years in jail.
Why, you dirty thief!
You pompous fool!
No.
Focus! Harsh words won't solve problems. Action will.
Yes, perhaps he is.
Oh, now they're gonna square up.
Harsh words will never solve our problems.
Action will.
Oh no. Oh. 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 Look at all that food. Oh, something's coming.
Is that everyone smuggled food down here? Unbelievable! You guys put our lives in danger because you couldn't go without a snack for a day?
Oh no.
So hungry.
What is his face? What is his face? Oh no, it's the crawlers. Run. Everyone dead.
Oh no! Care about this stupid feud. I just want us to get out of here alive.
Me too. I only took their side because they fed me.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, look at. Oh no. What now? Shall I eat the food?
Everybody, watch me do what I do!
Or they're putting sex over their mouths. Oh, they're taming them, kinda. Okay, pretty much just very giant ants. Even this dude made it.
Hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch. Too bad we can't rewrite history. You thieves
no.
stole our sacred orb from Jin Wei.
Jin Wei? Wei Jin? I know those guys.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
there 100 years ago on the day you're talking about.
Really?
Weren't enemies. They were brothers. Twins, in fact. And they were 8. And most importantly, they were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend? That was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts.
What?
Jinwei had the ball and was running toward the goal when he fell and fumbled.
Oh,
But he
fumble
stepped out of
recovery.
bounds. So
Oh.
the official put him in the penalty box.
Oh.
Not for 20 long years, but for 2 short minutes. There was no
What?
stealing and no putting anyone in prison.
How did that get
Just
so
a game.
screwed up? What the
Don't get me wrong,
heck
Wei Jin
happened?
was kind of a slob, and Jinwei was a little stuffy. Well, there's differences enough to share the same playing field.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
Look to the future.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how that happens, how that becomes so serious, but okay.
You could call it luck, or you could call it lying.
Oh.
Thing up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Now where's that custard tart? I'm starving.
Yo. Okay. No. Alright, that was episode 12 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was a pretty good one. Man, at first I kind of thought like it was going to be an episode about Katara and Sokka kind of like getting into it and beefing the whole time. But that was just kind of a, just getting us into introducing the main plot of Aang being a peacemaker and trying to make peace between 2 different sides as 2 tribes come into play. That is crazy how they couldn't just they literally could not just cross a canyon together. Like, come on, man. Like, just walk. Just get away from the Fire Nation and walk. Well, that's pretty realistic because people like that with like history and stuff and like beefs, like they can be that petty. They can be that petty. Like, I still see Keemstar and H3 tweeting at each other. But man, the way he resolved it, I was like, hey, okay, like, that's cool and that's funny, but isn't that a little bit of a stretch? Like, they had this whole story, and they got mixed up by 2 8-year-olds playing a game? And they like made, how does that become like this big like thing? There's a sacred orb and like there's tradition and it was like wrongly done and someone got like wrongly accused and there's a misunderstanding. And how does that that all get from 2 kids playing a ball? But I love how they made Aang, he just made that up. I love that at the end because that's hilarious and that makes more sense than to that actually being the misunderstanding, because that's just like, that was a little too much of a stretch for me, but the way they made it, I think that's hilarious. I wonder what really happened though. Like, they both had 2 sides of the story and like that happens a lot. Wonder like who's right. Like, did that guy actually ambush the guy and steal the orb, or Was it all a big misunderstanding, and did he get wrongfully accused? I guess we never know. Because Aang, at least Aang solved the peace. Also, like how they had like Katara and Sokka kind of picking sides, and like after hearing out the other people's parts, because like they were kind of like arguing at the beginning, and like that's kind of like true too. Like if you hear one person's side, like okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm with you. Like you don't really get like hear out both sides. Just some people just blindly believe one side, which you shouldn't do, of course. But yeah, I like how they illustrated that, and yeah, some like very real things and like topics get handled in this show so far. At least that's what I'm noticing. Like last time we had like people who were, you know, against something evil, but they treated it, they still did bad things against it, which, you know, two wrongs don't make a right and all that. Like some good lessons so far. And I like the Aang like character development. He's, you know, he brought the peace and stuff, and like he was making some funny faces this episode. He really is making me laugh. The canyon crawlers were pretty cool. Interesting how they like almost like tamed them by putting the sack around their head, and like, you know, the whole like donut on a stick thing. There was like food on a stick, and they kind of like rode them up. They never took the sacks off their faces, so hopefully those animals could get off, or they're like suffocating. I thought they were gonna go down a road with that Earthbender, the guide. I thought they were gonna have him like fake breaking both of his legs or arms, sorry, and like he was just doing all that to try and get these two tribes to come together and make peace. A little out of character, though we didn't get to know his character too well, but like it didn't seem like he was that peacemaker, because he was kind of getting frazzled at the beginning, like when they were saying, are you really gonna do this? Are you really gonna like listen to them? Are you really gonna take them? Like, oh. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up, but there's Thursday Night Football on. I'm trying to watch it. It's Bengals and Browns. I'm a Steelers fan, but like I got some fantasy. It's football. But like I don't know. I thought they were gonna do something like that with that guy, and he was gonna be faking it the whole time. I did not think he got hit that hard. Maybe they just didn't illustrate it that way, and then but that's how it like happened. But like he didn't look like he got that hard. Like broken arms. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. Like sometimes in life, like people take falls and stuff, and like it doesn't seem like too much, but they do end up breaking bones. So it's not like a complaint. I'm just like surprised. Like wow. Like man. I didn't really see him like get hit too bad. Maybe I just missed it. I don't know. I thought I was paying attention. But yeah, it was a good episode. Solid. We're still not at the North Pole yet. This is just another stop along the way. But yeah, then like I think, alright, so this is one episode. The last time I said we'll get 3 more. At most 3 more before the North Pole. I'm kind of like predicting that. I'm not looking ahead. I'm not looking at like titles, of course. I don't do that. That's, you know, stay away from any and all spoilers. But so yeah, if we in like 2 more episodes, I predict we'll get to the North Pole. Like maybe 1 to at least 2 more episodes. Any more, I think that's kind of dragging it at this point. We've known about the North Pole for a while, and I think they should get there soon. Like two more episodes of filler, if you want to call it. I think we should be at the North Pole by then. Because what's gonna happen at the North Pole? I know they're learning waterbending. Who are they gonna meet? Who are they gonna have to fight? We haven't seen Zuko in a couple episodes. Is he gonna be at the North Pole? What kind of... I know we're gonna get a lot of development, which is, I think, is kind of why I'm excited for the North Pole. Especially this, because it's not only Aang, it's Katara too. Like, she gets, like, development with her waterbending skills. So I'm excited. So we'll see when that happens. I predict there'll be no more than 2 more episodes not dealing with the North Pole, and then there will be. I'll see when I get there, though. You guys probably already know. In fact, most of you probably do know. But this episode was good. I liked it. Funny, cool, nice episode. Solid. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike. Subscribe or don't subscribe. No, it's always up to you. I'll see you guys in the next video you watch from me. Goodbye.
Wanna tangle, I can feel them try to grab me by the ankles. I can hear them all start to say my name, oh. But it's not about the money or the fame, no. No, it's all about me just doing my thing, yo. Cause I'm loving what I do and I won't change, no. I feel blessed, I could do this every day, yo.